My name is Shturmovik. I am a wing commander in the ISAF Air Force and the ISAF Expeditionary Force, and I have witnessed many events, from the invasion to the Iron War, from Yugoslavia to Korea. It's been several days since the Korean reunification. With the iron walls torn down, the entire region and the world is already changing, as symbolized by the North Flag's sea and sky stripes merging with the Republic's taegukgi. The United Republic of Korea has merged the South's advanced technology and democratic system with the North's immense workforce and agriculture. The floods and fires from Jiro Hanai's rampage in the Taedong River and the nuclear missile accident in South Hamgyong had brought the North to the tipping point, and now it's united Korea's issues as well. We have seen the desolation and darkness in the North's shadows come to light. It will take some time before the United Republic establishes itself as a strong nation with a steady trade, but it seems not only inevitable, but very promising. It will surely stand with the G7 nations in the coming years. I had just received a report that an ISAF squadron led by Major Karina Tuying in the Raven Mark II Beta engaged another North Korean dissident unit before they could fire their Nadong-type missile at wherever it was going to fire. It was only by Japanese approval that they were able to escape to sea safely. There are still some small pockets of resistance in the shadows of the North, but it's only a matter of time before they're finished. As someone who flew stealth missions into the North and had been detained in one of their prisons, I'm fairly certain, and I have seen firsthand, that the people wanted salvation of any sort. But I digress. Meanwhile, the collapse of the North Korean regime and unification by Seoul is also presenting a number of problems for the People's Republic of China. The sudden collapse has seen multiple North Koreans fleeing or fighting poverty into China, which has the potential to cause a humanitarian crisis that could destabilize northeast China. The movement of South Korea, ISAF, and American soldiers into the north could result in them being temporarily or even permanently stationed on China's border, seen as a potential threat to Chinese sovereignty, and an imposition of a China containment policy, which is the very last thing that China wants right now. Therefore, the United Republic had an answer. The weapons of mass destruction produced by North Korea are to be disposed of, and all foreign forces were told to leave, us among them. Nevertheless, the seizure of the North Korean government, or whatever was left of it, had brought several warhawks into the Blue House. I'm not sure how this is going to affect their decision-making, so my mind is not at ease. Now we're here in Japan, at ISAF's Itokawa Air Base on Kyushu Island. Japan can only watch as other powers upsurge to cause chaos in the region, and potential threats motivated by vengeance and justice of old grow increasingly visible. Fort Gray has been exiled and turned over to Korea. The American squadrons have withdrawn to Misawa. Now I only have Wedgetail, Spitfire, and Raiden Squadron at my command, just when China is preparing to launch a major operation. Are there no more words?
This is Commander Raiden to all hands. Report to your battle stations. Repeat, report to your battle stations. We are over the target airspace and are proceeding with the operation.
Aha. All hands are at their stations, and we're over the target airspace. Let's start scanning the area.
Yes, Commander. I have the Yalu River on the scope. Oh my word. It doesn't look good down there.
Wow. That's an awful lot of forces on the Chinese side.
Too many for Korea's northern forces to handle.
Cripes, is it gonna be a repeat of the first war? The Blue House is so hard-pressed to avoid that right now, isn't it?
I know. They might pull out their big guns. According to our girl Corinna, there's still a few WMDs in Korea.
WMDs, eh? Nuclear? Biological? Chemical? That would just make it worse. Who knows what their top brass will do now?
Why not just get Skybolt running again and zap those missiles out of the sky?
That would be against High Command's orders. Let's just stick to them and monitor the situation. We're risking a lot by being above this place as is.
Sure thing, Commander. The PLA is currently advancing, and Korea's troops will be punished hard. We gotta send it to our guys in Japan. Those Fort Gray exiles will need all the help they can get.
Man, doesn't it suck that it ended for them that way? But I agree. They will need it as soon as possible. Let's hope that help comes to Korea before it's too late.
Absolutely.
Good evening, gentlemen. It's been a hell of a few days, hasn't it?
Yep.
So Commander Jack Raiden and the rest of our space station buddies have sent us some very valuable photo reconnaissance data. It's been very helpful in explaining the situation between Korea and China right now.
Yep, they sure did. Fill us in on it. We have just seen the first wave of Chinese forces cross the Yalu River. It was a force of tanks and artillery supported by Q-5 attack planes and J-10 multi-role planes. The Republic of Korea Air Force was quick to respond. 5 F-16s and 6 F-4E Phantoms were lost or destroyed. On the Chinese side, 13 tanks and 9 artillery pieces were destroyed, alongside 7 aircraft. The Chinese fighters don't engage the Korean fighters, but rather shoot and run. The Chinese possess the numerical advantage. The Koreans will do little at night without decent photo intelligence. Only a third of their F-16s can fire Maverick missiles, and they cannot do well if they don't control the skies. They're readying their F-5 fighters for backup air defense, along with their Ki-1 Wungbi and Hawk trainers for attack. The way it is right now, Korea might not regain air superiority over Chenangdo province. At least not within the next few weeks. By then, China would have most certainly dug in. United Korea will have to call for help, and quickly.
It's not just that. I've just seen one report that says the antiquated MiG-23 and MiG-21 fighters that used to be North Korean are also being flung into the fight. I guess we destroyed all of the MiG-29s. But hey, that was yesterday now. Do we know why China has intervened like this? What are their demands? Beijing explicitly says they want to inspect WMD sites in former North Korea. They're concerned that United Korea might use those weapons.
Oh, they definitely might now!
This is unbelievable. Why did it have to come to this? We couldn't control it. This was all coordinated behind our backs.
Well, what can we do now?
We've been exiled out of their nation, and now we have no means of finding out what they plan to do next. Not just yet. Before we left Fort Gray, I called upon an old friend of mine. She's been most helpful. Jae-san Hwa, right?
Who?
She was a lead scientist in the Weapons Development Division. She developed the antidote to the crystal contamination.
She also taught us Korean so we could get around. Yeah, I knew someone who could do that amazingly.
And she and I were accidentally brought into a ground mission together. She managed to get us out alive.
I remember that night. Even if it was for only 20 seconds, you gained the power to shoot lasers out of your eyes.
Yeah, I accidentally absorbed a crystal shard. Long story. But anyway, thanks to her, I've been able to eavesdrop on Korean command.
Oh? What's up?
So all of this reunification stuff was because of the ambitions of Korean commander Kwon Ki-chae and former North Korean general who was in on it, Pak Jung-chu. The former's a dove and the latter's a hawk, suggesting using WMDs against the Chinese.
They can't. The President and the Blue House would never permit it.
That may be true, but not unless Pak and his ex-North cronies come up with something.
Oh, bloody hell. If it escalates, only we will be in a good position to stop them.
Very true.
With what, I have to ask? We don't have enough forces anymore.
That's also very true.
Take a chill pill, you two. All we just need is reinforcements.
Of course, the Lancelot missile system. From what I understand, all of the tests have been passed, and the system is fully operational. We just need that on station.
We'll have to send a call for help to our division in the States. Takanuva and Maxwell will be there. We can get them to come over here. With that bomber squadron, we will surely have the upper hand.
It's our best shot. But for now, we have to remain on high alert.
General, Commander?
Commander Takanuva, General Maxwell, good to see you with us. So Shturmovik, here's what's happening. Our bomber unit is in position at Shemya Island in Alaska. We have 2 XB-1Is ready to deploy.
I finally managed to turn them into an elite unit. Nothing can stop us now.
Where are you right now? That's classified. Let's just say I'm in a good position to command the American units.
Great, we now have what we need. My fighter squadron is now here in Misawa Air Force Base, ready to escort them in. It took a lot of talking and effort to get Washington to approve of this, but the Pentagon has finally put us here.
With Fort Gray closed, our chain of command is in tatters. So, we'll have to deploy when I say so. Agreed? Our response may be a few hours slow, but we'll do everything we can. The wait was even shorter than I suspected. Only a few hours passed, and then the call had to be answered. Maxwell, Takanuva, come in.
What's going on?
We have a missile alert on our hands. Say again, Commander?
We have a missile alert on our hands. The Korean commander has given the order to fire the missiles containing North Korean WMD warheads directly at China. What? Is he serious?
Actually, it's not like that. It was Park. He was last seen confronting Kwon, telling him there was no other option only to then pull a gun out and shoot him. He then gave the order to fire the missiles and blew his brains out a few seconds after.
That's one way to take weight off your mind.
So command is thrown into jeopardy. If the missiles launch, it will send the entire region under. It will make the First Korean War look like an overture, which it really seems to be turning into at this point.
The bombers might take 4 hours to reach Korea in time.
Damn it!
We have aerial refueling squads based here and in Hawaii. They'll get us there easy.
Then now. You must launch now. Very well. I'll give the command. Good luck, and Godspeed. It's time to end this. The fate of Asia rests in our hands.
The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Let's prove that good men still exist.
There are good men and bad men of all nationalities, creeds, and colors. And if this world of ours is ever to become what we hope someday it may become, it must be by the general recognition that the man's heart and soul, the man's worth and actions, determine his standing. Leadership consists of picking good men and helping them do their best. Let's roll.
Eagles, this is Star Eagle 1. We are commencing the anti-ballistic missile operation. Clear to engage.
This is Farsight 1, approaching battle position. It's time to end this. This is Firebird Squadron. Target point reached. Engaging. Farsight to Firebird. I can see the Chinese ground units advancing. We must stop them before they advance any further. Copy that, Farsight. Damn, they got AAA! They're shooting at us! Firebird, target the tanks, now! Roger that. Commencing attack. Target acquired. Bombs away, bombs away!
Why don't we go down there and do something? Let's lob a few missiles in there. That'll stop the Chinese armor cold. I agree, Major. Genesis, this is Star Eagle 1. How do you read? Loud and clear, Star Eagle. Just about to call you guys. You got the green light. Repeat, green lights.
Looks like we're putting rocket killing on hold for a while.
Acknowledged. The clock is running.
Just remember, you need to hightail it out to air cover as soon as you release.
Target coordinates received. Get ready to fire. Missile away, missile away!
We're at IP. Ground attack radar is on. Get ready.
Launcher rotating. Second missile away. Third missile away.
Target hit.
We're reading multiple hits on the Chinese positions. Their advance has slowed to a crawl. Firebird 2 to Genesis. I can see one of the missile silos opening. It's about to fire. Roger that, Firebird 2. If you're close enough, take it out, quick. I've been hit. AAA again. Firebird 2 can counter that immediately. Target locked. Rifle, rifle, rifle. Damn, it missed. Firebird 2, you're a failure. Star Eagle Fortress. The first missile is launching. I repeat, the first missile is launching. Get in position to use your land slots and take
Missile
it out
launch detected. I'm picking up ballistic missile launches from Korea. Korea is launching missiles. Go after those missiles, Rank. Nail those bitches.
We're going to take down the rest of the missiles. Here we go.
Missile 1 away. Launcher rotating. Missile 2 away.
Direct hit. Successful detonation. The missile is destroyed. Nice shooting.
Hey, you guys see what I see? What are those tanks doing down here? Holy shit, it looks like they're turning around. Those Chinese tanks are headed north again. Genesis, are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? That's a big Roger, Firebird 2. I'm on the phone to Washington right now. I see them pulling back all across northern Korea. The mobile search radars are down too. Looks like they pulled in their claws. Man, this is incredible. Wait. India banned flash dance radar. Fortress 1 and 2, you got bandits at 5 o'clock, 50 miles, Angels 45. Speed 700 knots are closing fast. Get the hell out of there, Rank. I'm maneuvering as best as I can. Get shit. I've been hit. Rank, can you hear me? If you can hear me, break left now. Damn, they're Shangdu J-20s. 2 of them. Broadside to Star Eagle. Let us deal with the fighters. Firebird? Yes, sir. War seems to be over. Looks like someone forgot to tell the fighters. I see, targeted. Taking evasive action. How did they know I was here? Sakai Sashita. Oh, God. Emperor Shturmovik. Shantian leader. You are on our side. Sadly, we live in a changing world. I have my orders. You have yours. So be it. Let them run, targeting the Chinese fighters. Reloading machine. Ah, snaps! 5 and 2, I have 2 missiles on me. Take evasive action. Wedgetail, retreat. You don't stand a chance against them. Roger that. Galley Spitfire. Tarshan is going to run his tail. In pursuit. They're going in very low. Oh, thank God. All the civilians are evacuated underground.
All Star Eagles. Transformation. Transformation complete.
I've got him in my sights. Laser away. Laser away. Champion wing that. Down.
Zadnja zaštita, огонь!
Champion 1 is down. Sorry, comrade. got another SAM on me! Flare! Flare! We have another missile launch. The bombers are out of position. Star Eagle to Constellation. Zap that missile, quickly! Copy that. Fire control. Target the launching missile. Roger that. Target acquired. Locked. Firing in 3, 2, 1. Direct hit. Target destroyed. Another missile. This must be the last one. Wedgetail, what's your status? I can't shake this sand. Time to do something drastic. It's a heat sinker after all. Pirate 2, what are you doing? Whew, that was close. The missile is launching. Not if I have anything to say about it. Fox 2, Fox 2. Yes, I got the target. Nice Wedgetail. You got it. All missile launches are offline. This is Genesis to all forces. We received a message from the Blue House. The Korean army is on station and is ready to raid the missile sites. They're gonna round up the operators. No more missiles are ready to fire. We did it, men. We saved a great many lives today. Well done, everyone. Unfortunately, not all of us can make it back. All squadrons, mission complete. Returning to base.
Fiber to far side. I'll follow you home, Shturmovik. Do svidania в Korea. И спасибо.
Commander Takanuva. General Maxwell, sir. That was some damn fine flying as always. Great job. Thank you, sir. It was a tragic loss with one of our bombers. Those lieutenants will be remembered. Indeed, I'm sure the people of Korea will owe them a lot too. I'm sure you've heard the good news by now. China and United Korea finally began formal diplomatic relations and exchanged ambassadors. What you may not have heard is that China has withdrawn its troops from the border. No more troops on either side. Same with the Russian-Korean border. I didn't know that actually. But I do have more good news. They held peninsula-wide elections. And the South Korean president was elected to be the first president of the United Republic of Korea. They elected an ex-North Korean as vice president. The country might actually make it, even after everything it's been through. Any noise about the, aftermath at Osan? Oh, lots. But as always, the answer is no comment. Do you know what happened to Osan? The Korean Master Control and Reporting Center was destroyed. The initial reports said that part of Osan simply disappeared. Of course, that's impossible. Later on, they found nuclear material in the area and evacuated the base. It's believed to be a subatomic blast. It's currently under investigation by a joint Chinese-American team. Of course! One of the people in that team is a friend of ours. There's no telling how long it will be before concrete information is available. Your friend will see to that? Good to see you know how my little world works. It so happened that the PLA did destroy most of United Korea's nuclear, chemical, and biological weapon labs in Chagangdo province on their way out of the country. So, Korea's special weapons capability has been all but eliminated. The new president has vowed to destroy the rest of the WMDs. We'll see. So, what's our plan now? Now that these weapon systems have really proven themselves, I'm sure they'll be utilized for a long time. Our aerial battleship is ready, and our relations with your ISAF boys are on a good path. We will work together to repair the damage befallen on this nation. After the devastation of last year and the tribulations of now, America will be healed in time. Actually, that reminds me. What's on your personal agenda now that you've decided to continue living in the States? For once,
I don't actually know what my destiny is, or what the future holds for me. And to be honest, it feels great.